Silencio Jockies have to make a bit of a clawback happen, but matching, I believe they have some very nasty SI, especially on away servers, and it looks like we are going live here now. So the final half of this expedition is underway here. Matching taking on Silencio Jockies, upper bracket, round of 16, double elim. And it looks like Team Silencio Jockeys will be on the survivor half to start things off here. And we'll see Team Matching more than likely coming from the save here on the tail end of this hit. Boomer going on to Lewis down below inside the stairwell here. Hunter now grabbing a spawn outside. Smoker on the opposite roof looking for double cap up here. Not going to find that 25 DP, but they will still find that cap. Spit goes down on top of Acer. He actually walks backwards into that Spit for a little bit of damage. That's a nice pick by Bill at the tail end of it onto the Spitter to throw those spawn rotations a little bit more out of whack. And that will be the survivors triggering the tank now. And Bill standing on top of the safe room looking for this early ship on that tank. Gonna find it. Gonna unload into the tank. Over 400 damage from that one clip of ammo of Bill. And now this tank, he can't get out. He's literally stuck there. If there's a smoke up though, he has to be careful, so he's gonna get pulled off. Moonrock going out, getting shot out of there, and now there is a smoker up, and this tank playing very close to the building below the survivors, trying to stay out of the sight range of these survivors, trying to just grab every chip he can. Smoker now look for Paul Bill. We'll find it. That's an in-cap. This tank might even just commit off of that. That's a tri-boom as well. This is not starting off well for Silencio Jockeys. They're going to go and commit this tank now. There's no SI left up for the SI to work with here, but there's a single punch out into Acer. There's a punch on Lewis. He almost gets the head off the building, and this tank is just getting railed down, but he is also just doing work here. There's a nice melee swing at the very last second there. That's a death punch onto Francis, and this is just going to hell in a handbasket. Acer jumps off the building. Will grab the full distance points for that jump, that is. But that's a quick wipe coming out from Silencio Jockeys. And Team Matching, they're on a ball right now. They're rolling it right over Silencio. Now this is very, very scary for Team Silencio Jockeys, because if they do not equalize with a wipe of their own here, it is going to open up a lead here that it shouldn't be opening up at all for Team Matching. So to say the least, they have to get a wipe here. They cannot allow them to make that safe room, let alone make it out of this safe room. But we'll see if they can make it happen. They have to stop Matching from opening up that delta any bigger. Once again, 1,100 points being the differential coming into this game at least. So we have Silencio Jockeys with another 4 maps to make up the point gap. But they have to start here with a wipe. What were the scores from the first game? For the first game, the score was 2,600 to, I believe, 1,500. It came out to an 1,100 point differential. So I know it was 1,100 points, and I believe Silencio had 1,500, so that would make Matching have 2,600. That was very unfortunate for Silencio Jockeys. Sorry for the bit of a lull here as we wait for Team Matching to actually get their 4th player back in the server. I did see him load back up here, so he should be back here in a little bit. I'm not too sure who Panda is. Hold on 1 second. Panda's not on my list. Detective, okay. So he is with Dream. Okay, he checks out then. That was a beautiful SI support, though, for that tank. Really, they threw everything in before the tank even got in, but it was such great support that it really just allowed the tank to just do work on his own. That was really, really well played there by the SI. I would give that 100% to the support. Tank, obviously, he had to get those punches and whatnot, but the support set everything up for him perfectly. Bill got a little bit too greedy, got pulled off the edge, and that triple boom just wreaking havoc on the survivors. And yeah, even though there wasn't really much common in the safe room when that boom actually went out, still that distortion, and they were kind of worried of when the actual common will drop in on them. So they were always like kind of looking around trying to shut down the common before they got common locked by them and whatnot. So it did end up with a bit of a distraction to happen, to say the least. How do I get rid of this Horde and Alliance thing in Twitch chat? You do what I did. You just don't pick a symbol. If you guys do in fact donate $200 to the prize pool, I will give you mod. I don't care who you are. If you abuse it though, I will take it away and I will ban you. But yes, if you do actually donate $200 to the tournament, I will gladly give you mod in the chat. If you do enjoy the tournament that much and the channel itself, I will give you mod for that price. It's not an official thing by any means though. But regardless, we have team matching now starting off on their half here as we have gone live here. It looks like they're trying to stop this tank here, but the first attack will make his way in. All survivors running back into the safe room, though. They're going to be able to clear Zoe, though, through the walls. Pretty much for these that are unaware, both this rooftop and the sidewall down there in the staircase, they're both completely wallable. There's nothing, literally bullets cut through it like hot butter with a knife. Or a hot knife through butter, I guess I should say. But regardless, we'll see the tank now coming up in the hands of Acer here for Team Silencio Jockies. Francis playing the same greedy strat that we saw the other team invoke on the other half. Avocado wasting no time, instantaneously running up that pipe, quick climbing his way to safety, but safety is no safe haven for him. Taking 2K chip before he even hits the roof. There's a double boom through the front door. Another punch on the Zoe. Acer is going nuts here. That's an instant in cap out onto one of the people. Francis now stuck here. Acer being a good-mannered player, not hitting Francis. Now that's some good sportsmanship. I know a lot of people out there that would have just started railing on Francis. In all honesty, I probably would have too. I probably would have beat the crap out of Francis right there. But the good guy Acer not doing that. Ling has crashed, so he's gonna have to reconnect. I'm not too sure why they continually crash. It's kind of strange, but who knows. But, yeah, as it stands, unfortunately, we're at a stand-hold right now, or a standstill, I should say, as we do wait for this game to actually get back underway for Ling to reconnect to the server. So, as it stands right now, though, I think this is pretty much going to be a wipe. Francis, obviously, is going to reconnect. He's already pulled, though, by the smoker. Jockey is right behind Bill, so he's going to be looking for that latch onto him. And then, obviously, Lewis is going to be the tank's target. I think this tank still has quite a bit of HP left to his name. I think he has something like 1900 or something like that. So he has plenty of HP left to make this happen. What is this level 1 stuff? It's just for bragging rights, pretty much. Just say how long and active you are in the chat of the channel and whatnot. So there's not really much to it. It's just more of like for, you know, a leveling up build, something like of that nature. Yeah, you can just watch and you gain points, or you basically can also talk and chat, be more active in, and you gain points quicker. So it kind of, you know, gets you guys to talk. Great sportsmanship. Freaking lust. I know I'm a poor sport. I in all honesty, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably beat up on Francis. I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't. I probably would have just started beating the crap out of Francis there, even though I saw he was crashed. The mods. Let's play the game right there. What? Roof. If that was me, I would have powerbombed him. See? Even Grandma would have done it. But anyway, we are going live here now. Francis pulled that jockey, gonna latch on to Bill right away. And yeah, this tank has 2k HP left to his name. Lewis looking for this clear on the Francis. Will find it, but now Francis gonna get wrangled up there by the tank. One more punch will secure. There is the in cap on Francis. Tank 800 HP left to his name. Jockey taking Bill for a ride. Now Lewis looking for the clear on the Bill through the rooftop. He can actually get that, but this tank is just going ham. Hunter now looking for the cap onto Lewis. Not going to find it just yet. Now the jockey also freed up. Smoker looking for another pull here onto Lewis. Will find it, and Hunter will more than likely take that. Tank actually dies off, and this... Actually, is Francis back? Yeah, Francis is back. But that will be a latch going out onto Francis. Going to stop that close pistol clear from happening, and that is the double wipe happening. Now, that is good for Silencio Jockies, and that is also good for matching. Silencio stopped the bleed. They stopped that gap, the point delta, from opening up any more than it could have. But matching also in the previous half, they were able to stop Silencio Jockies from making it out of the safe room and closing that delta at all. So pretty much a wipe round to both teams, I would say. Neither really came out ahead there. Nothing really changed here. If anything, matching did get a little bit of a buff from that, because it means that instead of having 5 maps to make up 1,100 points, they now only have 4 maps to make up 1,100 points. So you see that the points needed per map does obviously open up there. Not too much, but it is still something to take note of. So other than that, though, I would say that's the only factor that changed in this game so far. It's still around 1,100 point differential. And yeah, really just a wipe around on both halves. But that was really clutch of Silencio Jockies. They needed that wipe with that tank. Allowing matching to make that safe one would have been very detrimental to not only the actual score, but probably their actual morale in this situation as it stands. But yeah, Twitch has been fine since I switched servers. I'm really assuming it's E3. I think E3 kicked off and it just blew the ingest out the window. Whatever you do, don't trust Grandma. Freaking Grandma. You know, if Grandma donated $10 to the stream, I would give him admin. Because Grandma's been around a while. So, I will give him a discount. But, yeah. Normally I don't make my mods pay. Usually it's like people that I talk to, you know, that I think are good people. I let them have a mod. Not saying if I talk to you and you're a good person already that you're not a good person or anything like that. Just, I'm not in need of mods. I agree with that statement, Lust. If Average is here, he's gonna kill you. But as it stands, thank you guys very much for tuning in yet again. We are in the second game in this best of 2 team matching, taking on Team Silencio Jockies. We are on the NA home server in this best of 2 right now on the second game yet again. So let us see what ends up happening. Who was Boob? Isn't that a Stoopy? Pretty sure that's a Stoopy. Why are you in there, Stoopy? Oh, a Stoopy subbing in. Oh, actually, Ram subbing out? Ram, where'd you go? Is Ram in chat? Ram, where are you going? You just can't ditch.
Nice work.
I'm not saying it's against the rules. He can leave if he has to. I'm wondering why they swapped Ram out, though. I guess the Stoopy's playing now. But regardless, it looks like it's what they're going to do. So we're going live here. So the new roster for Silencio Jockies is going to be Apathy, PSIM, Stoopy, and Ram. Actually, no, Ram's still here. So they subbed out Acer. My bad. I thought I saw Acer still on the list for Spec HUD. Huh. So Ram is still here. Acer subbed out. I wonder if something happened after someone got pulled off the rooftop, if there were some feelings or strong words said, maybe. Who knows? But regardless, Saraz quickly making the way out of that safe room, dropping down to the catacombs below, trying to block as many spawns as they possibly can, trying to negate this attack to the best of their possibilities. And it looks like we will have the attack looking coming in here, though. Jockey from the safe room, Hunter, Charger from up front. There we go, making their way in. Everybody just dogpiling onto one survivor. Seems Zoe going to eat a lot of that spit damage. Jockey latching on the bill there, and that will be a decent amount of damage going out onto a Stoopy. Welcome to the game, Stoop. And this is going to be interesting because we have to see if a Stoopy is warmed up, if he's ready, and you know, able to just keep up with matching as it stands right now. Because obviously he didn't have the actual ability to watch that or be in that first game playing it, so he's going to be probably a little colder than the rest of his team as it stands right now. Not too sure of how the other team plays and how they like to throw in the SI attacks in the back of his head. But regardless, no attack coming in, though. Smoker turn to get broken. Charger, Hunter working the lane. Hunter did imagine land onto Bill. Charger whiffs that charge out, and that spit will go down on top of nothing. Everything. That was pretty much an ace hit there by Team Silencio Jockeys. So regardless of a Stoopy being put into the mix here, it seems like they are just melding or molding together as they would normally do. And Bill going for the crown now will be grabbed by Ram. Nice heads up play by him. Spawns word down, going to grab that witch and kill her quickly and quietly. Well, not really quietly, because it's kind of a pump shotgun to the back of her face. Or chest, I should say. And she kind of screams at the end of it, so not exactly that. But it looks like team matching is going to be very wary of what Silencio Jockies were looking to do here on the previous game, as they are looking to set up in the background with that spitter, trying to delay the survivors from pushing back. And that is a very, very good play by them. They want to try and keep the survivors inside these catacombs and commit that tank like they did on the previous game. And here we go, tank now spawning up in the hands of Link. Spitter throws down at the delay spit. Boomer going to spawn up probably around that corner, look for a bit of a delay boom here on the survivors. And it looks like Silencio Jockies have just come to the fact that they're not making it back here. And now it's only a Boomer and a Jockey here. And this tank getting railed down. The Hunter did grab a spawn though. And now Zoe getting cornered there. Hunter landing out onto one of the survivors. Boomer get popped. Nice shot there by Francis. Jockey as well being hunted down by Francis. That's a dead Jockey as well, having no HP left to his max. Actually still has 300. I lied. And this tank just going ham on the survivors in the corner there. Getting 2 incasts by himself. And now he's getting stuck on those pillars that he's already hit down. And this tank, 400 HP left to his name, and this is pretty much a dead tank at this point in time. 300, 100, dead. And that will be the first tank of these 3, including the past game, that we've seen that will not result in a wipe here. But Smoker looking for puller on the one survivors is going to go a little bit late, though. He does stop the pickup onto Zoe, though, so that will delay it a little bit longer. So now as they make their way through the rubble of these catacombs, you see all these pillars just hit out. And for you guys that aren't aware, all of those pillars are hittable by the tank. And I believe if you hit them correctly at a survivor, it does 24 damage. But I'm not too sure of what the actual, what's needed to actually make that 24 damage happen. But anyway, Hunter making his way down towards the survivors, does manage to land that pass. Charger gonna back up and actually spit all around Lewis. And he will actually be safe as he hops up on top of that broken down pillar down below. So, post-tank HP for Silencio Jockies, 550. That is big. There's a nice hit there by ran out onto the Charger. Spitter look for another spit here. Gonna find it, though. They didn't kill it off quick enough. And that will separate the survivors, but they will be able to hit that button up top here. And that will be the event started here. So, it looks like they might actually be able to make the safe room. And if they can shut... Oh, there's a nice jock onto Zoe in the background. Didn't hear it. The infamous silent jockey is going to drag her back down that staircase. There's a Boomer going out onto Bill up top there, trying to destroy his eyesight, obviously, with that boom. And there is a nice clip going out on the Charges Alpha. And Silencio Jockies just pulling it together right now. They are doing work on these SI hits. Health bonus down to a 426, holding it strong. Wasn't a post tank, it was 550, and then they ate that hit on their stairwell pretty much. So it got dropped down there. There's a little bit of delay spit, but Zoe gonna opt to just run through it, tank that bit of damage to reconvene with her team right away and keep moving through the map here. And they're looking to make it to the safe room with only 1 hit standing in their way. And, you know, albeit this could be a very, very nasty hit. It's going to consist of a Smoker, a Charger, and a Jockey. A lot of separation here in this wide open area, plus that alarm car. Charger working his way down will get blasted in the face by that shotgun of Francis. Jockey gets mowed down by 2 survivors over by the van, and that Spitter having no luck either. Nothing to work with, and that is a safe room for Silencio Jockies. That's a big health bonus. That's going to be a 400 and... Oh, no, 400 on the dot health bonus. So they have clawed back 400 out of the 1,100 needed. So they're down 700 points as it stands right now. Well, I can't really say that, I guess, because we still have to see how this round goes for team matching. So let us wait and bite our tongues until then to say how this actually ends up going. This room is where I always died. Yeah, that is actually a very, very terrible room for survivors to actually take the tank. There's so many different places for the SI to spawn. Basically all around you, 360 degrees. Just not up and down pretty much, unless you're over by the hole or the staircase. Then they kind of in essence spawn above you, but... yeah, it's a very rough spot. Plus the tank, if he just starts working all those pillars down, there's so much debris all over the ground that you'll just get tripped up on random stuff pretty much. So it's not the greatest area. In fact, it's probably the worst spot on the map to actually fight the tank. So the fact that you can actually make it out of that there and not die is actually a really good sign. So Silencio Jockies playing very strong as it stands. They had pretty much Francis just zoning in on the SI as the other 2 survivors were actually gunning down the tank as he got the corner onto Zoe. So good utilization of their numbers, and yeah, really well taken by them to say the least. I actually thought it was going to be a wipe for a few seconds there until Francis got that shutdown on the boom and then really started hunting down that Jockey a little bit. he kept him out of the equation, allowed the other two survivors just to get a lot of damage on the tank. But regardless, it looks like we are going live now with the second half. So let's see if matching can replicate the score here, or if they are going to give up a little bit of that delta to Silencio Jockies here on that second game. Once again, the roster for Team Matching staying the same. The only roster that changed was Silencio Jockeys, so Matching still running Ling, Maggie, Vest, and extras from the previous game. And hopefully we don't see any disconnects happen here on this half. But anyway, attack coming in now, though. Everyone looking at the dog pile, Bill, it seems. Jockey riding onto Bill. Charger going Scratch City on him inside the spit. That's going to be an end cap onto Bill. No question about it. And extras eating it to the face there. Silencio Jockeys coming out strong in that first hit. And that is going to just obliterate the health bonus for Team Matching off of the first hit, dropping it down to an 816. They're already sitting only 2 times as high as Team Silencio Jockeys were when they walked in the safe with a 400 health bonus, because they're currently sitting at an 816. So there is there's quite some clawing back to make happen here. And Team Matching really have to buckle down. They can't let something like that happen. There's a pull on a Matching up front here. What is happening? And that's going to be a chest bump that actually frees up Matching. Hunter lands on the one stars in the back. And that's very unfortunate. That Charger should have just gone for punches. But Extra still takes a brunt of damage there from that hit. Charger going to grab a couple more punches onto Francis as well. But he actually ended up helping out Bill there. That could have been another incap out onto Extras. No questions about it. Really unfortunate. What happened was he actually chest bumped the survivor. He got smoked all the way, and then Charger went to take the charge, but he was too close and he chest bumped off the smoked survivor. So very unfortunate. And Matching is also moving quite slowly here, so they're not going to be able to make it to the witch before the next hit comes up. It's going to be a pretty iffy hit though for this witch. It's going to consist of a boomer, jockey, spitter, and a hunter. So nothing to be too scared of, but obviously, with that hunter, you have that ghost SI who can stand right next to the witch pretty much and just scratch her the moment she starts getting aggroed and can kind of spring the witch on you at an inopportune time. But it looks like they're actually going to put the jockey on it instead. I probably was up. There we go. Full aggro out on the witch. She gets stuck on one of the pillars actually down here. Not too sure what's going to happen if she's going to let go in one time. But that's a hunter line at Lewis inside of the train there. A lot of spit damage going out of the survivors. And now the witch does finally get freed here. She's going after somebody. Not too sure who. It looks like she may be going after Bill here, in fact. And Adichi's trying to, but she just can't find the hit on him. What's she doing? She's not climbing up the freaking train. What? What is going on? That was a massacre. I am so confused. She got stuck on the pillar and then started just chasing random survivors, it seems. Like she wasn't actually going after anyone. She was just trying to hit somebody. What? In the meantime, though, Matching take an obliteration is the only real word that can actually describe it to their health bonus. Everybody dropped down to the yellow and red. Charger going for a survivor down at the bottom of the staircase. Spick was on top of the survivor at the top who is smoked. And that's going to be an incap on the Zoe here. Tank now in the hands of a Stoopy looking to just commit here. Bill standing in the spit at the bottom of the staircase is going to take an incap. That's 2 incap survivors. And this tank is looking to just hang it up here. He's looking to just make it happen. That's 2 punches on Lewis. 1 more would secure the incap, but he's going to stop that pickup happening onto Zoe. And that's going to be an incap onto Francis at the top there. In fact, I lied. 3 punches to each will be what it takes. And that's the round. Okay. So, not the witch that did the damage, but the entire attack around it did the damage. And that's going to be 656 points being made up by Silencio Jockeys there on that half, as Matching makes 273 distance off of that, bringing them to a total score of 300 for 2 maps. Oh, so we have about a 450 point delta about for Silencio Jockeys going into these last 3 maps. So, we, yeah, that was one of those rounds that will go down as, you know, witches are broken. But the thing is, it wasn't even the witch. It was more Matching, literally just getting boomered and proxied around inside a spit, stumbled, and that was just amazing coordination by the SI to say the least. I mean, the witch had nothing to do with it. I mean, honestly, it probably scared the crap out of Matching because the witch was like off, but they didn't know who she was actually going off on. But yeah, so that will be that round over. Done with Silencio Jockeys clawing back over half of the delta there in that map alone. So they are sitting very, probably happy right now in their mumble. Too bad I don't have a warrant from them, actually. I would like to hear how happy they are. Thank you guys for the follows as well. It is always appreciated, guys. You guys are going nuts with the follows. So here comes Dusty to set the tank and witch spawns for this third map. And then he's probably going to step out here in a second. Yeah, I have no idea what the witch did there. I could not tell you. She just started climbing. And, first she got stuck on... First she got stuck on the pillar for like a good, at least like 8-9 seconds. And then I don't know what freed her, or if I got too close to her and she went off again or something like that. But all of a sudden she started going nuts. I don't know who she was going after though, because she was close to everybody and kept swinging but didn't hit anybody. And she kept switching targets, it seemed. But, yeah, I don't know what she was going after, but she died regardless. Cheating witch. What are they doing on these chokes? I think that last choke point with the staircase, though, they just wanted to try and get it over with. I don't think they really believe that they were going to be able to fight the tank anyway with that health bonus that they had, which is an honest assumption because they were really hurting and they would have to run back through the map, which they weren't going to be able to with that health yet again. But regardless, we are going live here with this third map. And that's a double boom laying out to two stars from the opposite railroad. Nice proxy on defense as well. Jockey looking for a latch on to Lewis. Not going to find it, though. Gets melee down and killed. And so that will be the first attack. Nice taking that by Silencio Jockies. They actually do end up being quite a bit of damage. Vest getting 28 damage out on the survivors. I'm assuming that's from the boom. It might actually be from the spit, though. But Lewis man-motoring his way through the common here. Do I have to respec again? Oh, no. Kaja has to respec. Okay. But that will be the stars blowing up the infamous gas station. So that is done and over with. Now tank up in the hands of Mackie here for matching in the same position as always. Spitter throwing out the spit, just trying to get rid of that spawn, obviously. And now I have to see what they try and do here with this tank. Are they going to try and rotate it or look for the insta-commit here on the survivors? I would probably go with just doing an insta-commit. I don't really think that going for rocks here is going to amount to really all that much here. I would type the score to you, M, but I can't. But the first score for the game was it was 2,600 to 1,500 in favor of matching, so it's 1,100 point differential. I can't type numbers, or else I'll change the scenes like 20 times. But regardless, Charger works his way and just instantly shut down though by Lewis and co. There's a tank though rotating to the rooftop, taking only 400 damage. So that was a pretty nice rotation by him, and also the boom obviously landed onto Zoe there. So let's get some POV up in here. PSM going for those hefty rock skates. And now we see the Survivors going for a bit of LOS here on the tank, dropping him down. And someone still has rage, or something on him. Indeed, there is. Both Lewis and Francis not doing the best job with that LOS. Freaking deck. There's a nice rock out onto Zoe, though, as that jockey drags Lewis back into the fire. He took a lot of damage from that fire, though. P-Sim's HP just plummeted. He's down below 50 HP now, actually down to 40 HP exactly. That fire by the gas station, by the way, is very potent. It's literally like equivalent to like 3, probably fire cans, I would assume. So, like if you put 3 fire cans on top of each other and shot them all and stood in that fire, that's pretty much what that's equivalent to. So if you go down in it, you're burning really quick. Didn't the tank spawn downstairs? No, the tank spawned upstairs. But there's a boomer lining out onto one survivor there. Rest of the SI making their way in. Charger does land one punch before being shot down. Smoker also looking for pull there in the background as well by the garage. Will land the insta-pull actually, and that rock will not connect. Very close though. But the stars are actually eating quite a bit of damage here. Tank is about to pass the second pass though, so that is a bit of a godsend for them. So this tank's going to probably look to commit here in some amount of time. 70% rage, 65% rage. See, now the tank is too far away. He can't even establish actual line of sight on the survivors. Even though he can see them somewhat, like when they're outside the garage like that, his rage will still drop just because of that fog of war, like we mentioned in the previous casts and matches. But he is going to go ahead and throw the I can't remember what the thing's called. But he goes ahead and tries to hit the hittable towards the survivors. Not going to find any target, though, as they just kind of stay away from it. It is in a pretty good position, though. There's a nice long arm on Lewis. Now he's going to whack in that hittable. Oh, my God, it connects onto Zoe. That's going to be an incap. That's going to be an instant kill onto her as well. That's going to be one hit onto her. He could just turn around and take it. Indeed, he might do just that. There's another hit. There's a dead Astupi. Oh, no, he actually missed that one. He goes in and whacks the Vexor survivors again. He can't get this kill on Stupi. Piece of his passed by that Hunter. Jockey out onto one of the other survivors. That's a double cap happening as well. And now this tank tunneling onto Francis, looking for this wipe. And this is just falling apart for Silencio Jockies. Moves in towards the car. Will find that car hit. And that's the wipe out onto Silencio by the hands of Maggie and his SI support. I don't know what really to say there. I feel like it's hard to say. I mean, obviously, Stupi, he backed up into the edge of the shutter, and he got caught on the lip of it, which ended up with him eating that hittable, as you saw. That's really unfortunate because there wasn't really much that you could do. Peasum, unfortunately, was separated from the other 3 survivors as he moved over to the left side. He was Lewis, obviously. And he was over by the door that you end up opening when you actually drop all the way down inside and whatnot, and you open the bomb door. He was by that door. The other 3 were over by the shutter where Stupi got in-capped. So right away, there's separation there that shouldn't have been. And then obviously, Stupi just backed into the lip of the shutter, ate the hittable. And then the other 2 survivors, 1 ate the jockey, 1 got boomed. And it was really just SI just splitting them up. Tank started that initial split with that forklift, put them in a 3-1 position. And then the SI just really went ham. They just started doing work for the tank. And then you saw the tank at first, he was like really focusing the hittable, like he wanted to kill on Stupi. And then he started looking around, and he was like, oh wait, everyone's capped except for this boomed guy who's literally common locked right now. So he went ahead and finish that up. So we are going live here. That's very unfortunate for Team Silencio Jockies because once again they're still around 350 points down coming into this map here. So if matching does not wipe at this tank, that delta is going to open back up yet again. But there's a nice hit right out of the safe room. That's a lot of spit damage, and that's going to be a massive hit out onto Team Matching that with another double proxy inside the safe room. So Silencio Jockies not going softly here into the night. They are taking it to Matching here. They are pissed. They are livid after that last half, and they want revengeance here. But we will see Team Matching moving their way through the map here, making their way up to the tank here. Should spawn up in a second or two as they make their way towards, like, pretty much right at the corner there, I think. Yeah, indeed, there it is. So Charger coming in here. That's probably the tank. Indeed, it dies off mid-charge, so that is the tank. Going to be in the hands of Apathy. So let's see what they can make happen here. They really need this wipe because they still have, once again, 350 points in the course of these next 2 maps, which are not that forgiving of maps. They are not ones you want to look at a comeback for. But regardless, Boomer rocking in, does land a single boom out of Maggie. This is going to cause a rotation here. Nice jockey, nice double cap happening there with the Hunter latching on up front there. Tank makes it. Virtually no chip taken. There's a rock down on top of Maggie's head. And this tank doing work. What a rotation. 80 HP. Another rock. 2 rocks. 80 HP taken. And this tank taking no prisoners. Apathy going nuts. Tries for another one. Not going to find it, though. But now Maggie down into the red. Gonna be pretty much slow here unless he takes a set of pills. And he may do just that in a second unless he wants to eat another rock here for this end cap. Rock comes down. Clips Maggie. There's the end cap. Apathy just take it to Matching. Not going down softly here. They're looking for the wipe. There's the boom on the Maggie. And Silencio Jockies, they're livid right now. They want this wipe. Another rock comes crashing down. Does not find a connection there. But they're going to start working on this pickup of Maggie. Trying to pick him back up. A rock comes down. Not going to find his target yet again. They're not picking up Maggie, though. This tank is doing great work just delaying this pickup. There's another delay with the rock. And the SI will be back up here momentarily. Another rock coming down. Won't be skidded, but he missed it as well. A little bit unfortunate there. He could have gotten that rock for sure on the Lewis, putting him slow. But Team Silencio are just, they're pissed. This is aggressive SI play. And these rocks just, they scream of anger. Oh my god. There's a pull on his way though. That gets shut down really quickly. Charge up for charge on this right. Does find it. Jockey look for a latch here onto Maggie. Not going to find it right away. Will get cleared off and killed off, and there's another rock being skied out of there. So Apathy still with 5,600 HP left to his name. He is just rocking this. There's no other way. I know that's going to be a huge innuendo, but he's just rocking this tank right now. There we go with a smoker pole, looking for something in the back hill. Not going to find it, though. He decides to, or he elects to at least, wait for his other SI to start making the way back up here. And so it's going to be a smoker hunter and a boomer hunter making his way for the DP. Does find 25 damage GP on one side. Rock goes and connects onto the pound survivor as well. So that survivor literally just took 49 HP in damage from those two instances, both that 25 and that 24 damage rock. Another rock crashing down next to Francis. Not going to find target. This is a wipe. There's nothing more that can come of this. The best that Magic could do is literally hop on top of that crane, or I don't even know what to call that. That freaking, I don't know. We're going to call it like, I don't know. You know what? Screw it. They're going to hop on that event. They're going to start the event. And they're going to try and outrun the tank and make some distance points. That's the best that can come of this. But until then, Jockey, Hunter, Boomer, all looking for something to happen here. Looking for an opening of some sort. Rock comes crashing down, popping the Boomer, actually, onto Lewis. And that's going to be a definite rock here on Lewis. No way he's dodging. Actually, Zoe eats it instead. And now the tank walking his way back up to the rooftop. And it looks like they might just start that event. I mean, there's really nothing else that they could do at this point. If they were to start it, I would not blame them as they try and make some distance here. You could tell right from the start of this tank that just the aggressive play of the SI, just literally like the most angering things that you could do as SI, they were doing. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing or anything. They destroyed matching. That was beautiful. Watch, here comes the Charger, looking for a Charger on the Lewis, not going to find it. Smoke gets shut down as well. Charger, or I should say tank, looking for a bit of a Kurt Rock underneath the awning that they're sitting on right now, but not able to find it. So now we will see. So here we go. They start that event. They are going to look for those distance points because that's really all they have left of their names right now. Francis, the only semi-fast survivor here, as he's sitting in his, oh wait, he actually juked the tank. Hunter, though, going to make his way and look for that pounce. He does find it. Rock out on his way. We'll find the end cap at the top of that event. There's a Jockey on to Maggie. Last survivor up being Lewis. And this is all she wrote. That Hunter not going to get cleared. That Rock going to connect. And there's the wipe. Apathy just rocking the crap out of matching. And that is going to leave the score of Delta pretty much as it stood. 630 points, well, 629 points will be the score difference. So they are down by, well, Silencio Jockies are still down by, yeah, around like 370 points for 2 maps. So they need to make up 180 points both maps. And the thing is, this next map is not worth anything in distance. I think it's worth like 400 points of distance, and then the finale, you got that early tank to compete with, which once again, obviously, not going to be the easiest time for you to actually make points off of if you get wiped in the safe room. So Silencio Jockies are still on thin ice here, to say the least, even though they're on their home server and their survival play should be 10 times better than it was on the away server. It's going to be pretty rough. There is still a ram tank left. I don't actually remember if he had a tank yet or not. Sorry, I had to grab some of the drink. So, we are currently waiting for the tank spawns to be set. Once again, the always lovely Dusty making his way in here to help us with those. And then once the tank and witch spawns are set, we will be ready to go live. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. You were watching the Bleed Out Tournament round of 16, double elimination, second stage of the tournament. And obviously this is the upper bracket round 1 as we are in the first week. So everyone's in the upper bracket. After this week, though, we will have both an upper and a lower bracket fully filled out for you guys as teams start commencing their way through both of them. But in the meantime, it looks like Silencio Jockies is now going to go live here on their Survivor half with team matching on the SI. Oh, Maggie's actually a girl, I'm being told. Okay, so I have to say her, or else people are going to get mad at me, because Maggie's actually a girl, I was just told. But regardless, there's a charge again, a couple punches down to Ram, actually dropping him down to 66 HP, so not too shabby at all. And Survivors will go ahead and quickly make their way upstairs here. They're going to look to trigger this tank, which I believe spawns at the top of the staircase up ahead here. Maybe further up? It shouldn't be that much further up. Is it like by the fire extinguisher sign? Like that thing? It should be really close. Oh wait, I forgot to switch scenes. My bad, guys. We're good now. I know you guys are freaking out and be like, Garrett, change the scene. But we have an attack coming in here. Jockey Hunter both managed to land. Unfortunately, the Jockey actually dropped Zoe back down the level. If he kept her up top, he could have gotten a lot more damage out onto her. But regardless, it will be a little bit of chip going out onto them. And now we will see once again that tank up in the hands of extras here for matching. If they make a wipe happen here, this game is literally theirs to lose, I feel. If they don't get a wipe here, I feel like this is going to be the round that bites them in the ass. Sorry for the language, that's my honest feelings. So, it's literally comes down to matching's tank right now. Extras, literally everything is in his hands to make this happen or not. Oh, there's the overlay stuff. I knew that was coming. I knew it. But yeah, I already changed it, guys. You'll see that in a minute. But here comes the tank anyway. Looking for a commit here, down 50% range, second pass. Boomer looking for a boom here on this rise. It's going to be too far away to actually land it. That's a boomer completely out of the equation here. Smoker ground to pull onto the Lewis. Will drown a double charge, I believe, with that charger. And now that's obviously one survivor getting pounded by the charger. Boomer proxy not going to hit anyone. But now Extra's backing out with this tank. That tank's in a terrible position now. And he's going to get cornered and just stiffed here by the survivors. Just blasted down. 3k HP left to his name. Apathy on the brink of taking his first incap. And now if you're extras, you gotta be thinking, what am I doing with this tank? Because if you just commit here by yourself, which he's probably going to in a second here, but if he just commits without any real good SI support, he's just gonna die here. And obviously that's stating the obvious, but he's down to 3k HP. He'll literally blast it down. And he actually is AI now. So that's going to be a dead tank before you can even get the stars, unless this makes some amazing stumbles happen. In fact, this tank, 1100 HP, will get close up to the stars. Actually starts landing multis. That's a double multi. And that's so pretty much he landed 3 punches at AI. He landed a single double, well, a double punch and a single punch. Let me just say that, so there's no confusion. But Silencio Jockies did manage to make it obviously past that tank, which was their goal in the end. But they don't have that big of a health bonus left with them after that tank. It's down to a 480 points. So, that's not the best, to say the least. Looks like they're going to go for the drop grind now onto the Witch Show. Just Francis man-moding it up, helping Bill out there. There's a charge onto Bill in the side room there. Spit goes down, going to completely whiff though, as it caught a corner, I believe, of the ventilation shaft. Indeed it did. And Extra's not able to drop down through that, I think. Actually, he can't break that. And the stars actually don't even see that spit down on the ground, so they don't even know that he's there. Extras might actually have to spec that in a second here. That's a little unfortunate. That grate is, I guess, unbreakable for the SI. And there we go. It's finally broken there by the jockey. They're helping him out. I guess you can't break it from above unless you... yeah, I guess you have to hit it from below or something. Huh. Today I learned. But here comes the attack, though. Hunter Jockey right away, and Hunter gets obliterated. Jockey shut down by the doorway by Francis. And this Smoker not going to have any real work to do here, as if he runs in, he's just dead.
Grabbing some pills.
I'm just barely hanging on here.
But we will see the Stars go ahead and continue with this horde, letting it just funnel in toward themselves as they block those spawns and continue to just beat down the SI hits as they make their way. They have 2 pills left on themselves, 349 health bonus. And this is not just about health bonus here for Silencio Jockies. Once on 370 points was their score delta coming into this map. So they have to look back to make at least that back going into the finale. And so they're probably going to be looking for a wipe here on a matching with this tank, and then making the safe room with at least the distance to actually give them back. There's a boomer rocketing into our faces. Gets blown out of there, though. And that will be all she wrote. Apathy saying insane. Oh, that was actually pretty good. And the Spitter look for a bit of a spit down on Suarez. Is going to get blown out of there, though, by Lewis. Nice to have to play by him. And that's basically just a delayed tactic at this point. And Suarez will go ahead and circumvent that spit and run their way and close that door. Hunter gets shot in there before they can close the door. And that will be a Jockey running for his life.
We've been immune, so damn it.
And they will go ahead and also cause... Now, these incaps, you guys are probably thinking, oh, why are they incapping themselves? They're just going to, you know, slow themselves down. Well, currently they're in an elevator where the SI can't actually hit them. So that's a good area to actually down the survivors. And when they do pick them up, they'll have 30 HP each, and then they're going to feed them pills so that they can actually stay fast. Because actually, Apathy will be black and white upon pickup, so they want to keep him alive, most certainly. So he's going to get a set of pills, and Ram might end up keeping that set on himself because he'll be lower than the 30 HP survivor will be.
Thanks.
Look at all these subs in chat. Look at all those subs. That's beautiful. But here goes a spit innovator, spreading quite a bit actually. That actually did a little bit of damage to the survivors. Here, Ram actually dropping pretty low on health himself. And now this smoking and shutdown as well. So that's 3 SI down. This Charger left all alone. And I don't know if this is a... Well, this obviously isn't exactly what they want here. They want to try and hit them all in the elevator, I'm assuming. But this Charger is just running his way back. He's actually breaking down that sidewall, which isn't the greatest thing to do because that allows the stars to really just block one more spawn and not like the SI actually spawn on the other side of the wall and come through it. But Lewis runs into the doorway. They're going to go ahead and block that spawn. The Boomer looking for it, not going to be able to get it though, probably because of the proximity of himself to that survivor. Boomer spawns in the back, grabs a nice boom out onto a Stoopy though. Charge looks for a charge, not going to find it though, very close to Francis's arm though. He almost grabbed that hitbox charge, and that will be the entire attack shut down. That was a good skeet there by Apathy as well, clearing himself as the only survivor by him was actually boomed. But that will be Team Silencio Jockies holding on to this health bonus. A 283 health bonus, making the way towards the safe room. And they are in the lead as it stands with just distance before the actual bonus is kicked in. So let's see what the final score will be. Francis actually going to pull out here onto Francis. And it's going to be in cap on him, and now all the other SI are up as well. This could be very devastating here for the survivors. Jockey gets shut down. Hunter gets... actually, he did land, actually. It was a bit of a weird animation I saw. But regardless, the SI attack does get dealt with actually quite handedly. And that will be Ram getting picked up here by his teammates. And this will be safe from now with no SI up. Next SI is 3 seconds out. Not going to be quick enough. And that will be them in. When you going to cast a sub-only show match kissing? Oh, God. Maybe we'll do that some point in time. I've been so preoccupied with this tournament, but regardless, we see Team Silencio Jockies making the safe room. Their grand total score will go up to an 824 score to the 443 of Team Matching. The scores right now backwards after respec. See, now they're correct. But that does mean that Silencio Jockies are currently in the lead because it was an 1,100 point score difference coming into this game. So they are up by 1,400 points. So they're up by 300 points right now, to say the least. That's what I can say. This is really close. This is scary close. If Matching does not wipe it with this tank and wipes later on at the elevator, it would literally be a tied game if they make it to the top of the elevator. So yeah, so if Matching makes it to the top of the elevator, it's a tied game. And it would come down to literally Silencio Jockies not wiping out the first tank and making it to the event. And then wiping Matching in the safe room. Okay, so this is actually really close. It's going to come down to the final map, I'm telling you that right now. This is pretty sick. I'm actually glad that we stayed in this game now. Thank God for water. But we are live now, so we have Team Matching over on the side of half. Attack making its way in, though, over to the right side. Charger Jockey working their way towards Lewis. They're having a grand old time with Lewis in that side room, getting a lot of punches and a lot of scratches from the SI out onto him. Vest just not having a good time. I mean, now the Jockey riding out onto him, dropping Vest down around 35 HP from that first hit itself. And Vest got to be a little upset with that hit, just kind of... isolated from the rest of his team, and the SI just went ham on him and did not care. So now we'll see Team Matching making the way up towards the tank. The tank pretty much spawns right in line with that doorway, I think it was.
I'm reloading.
So it looks like they will be playing this very cautiously, though. So let's go ahead and move ourselves towards them. They are obviously aware that the SI have 4 spawns up. They do not want to eat a boom here, which there is not one, so they actually don't have to worry about that, but they actually don't know that. But they don't want to eat a boom here because eating a tri-boom or even a double boom will more than likely cause the commit here from the tank. But there's a smoke over the pole. He does actually find the pole out onto Bill here. Charger going to go ahead and make his way towards Bill up front there. This could be an in-cap out onto Bill, no questions. That is a charge onto him. And now the Spitter going to go ahead and die there. Put the Death Spit down in front of the survivor. That's an in-cap out onto Extras here. This Rock is going to connect. And that will be the in-cap out of matching. Now this tank gonna play keep away here. He's gonna keep the survivors away from Bill, and he has a very fun time right now. Piece him with the tank in his hands. And now, oh god, Francis actually going for the pickup here on the tank. Tank's actually going to push him back towards the jockey. Now turns himself back over towards the survivors. Grabs a punch out onto Lewis. Now Lewis is stuck in the side room here. Well, no, that's Zoe, and Zoe's going to eat in-cap here. There's no doubt about that. The jockey actually took Francis back down the elevator shaft. And this is just turning into hell on earth here. 4-team matching. Sorry for the bit of a sloppy camera work there. Looking for a curve rack there on Lewis. This is the wipe. Lewis backs himself into the tank. One more punch is going to secure their fate. And there we go. Hunter going to town on the Maggie downstairs. And there's the wipe. 3 KHP left. What a heads-up SI play there. And that is how swiftly an SI can literally turn the entire fate of a tank and the entire lookout of it. That was incredibly played by that smoker. Really, that pull set up that entire chain of events. He literally just changed the entire aspect and outlook on that tank for both teams. And that charger, he didn't even go for the charge. He wanted just the in-cap because he knew if he got that in-cap, that was going to put the survivors in a very tough situation. And they got just that, the in-cap. And that caused, as you saw, survivors have to play more up close, open up so many spawns around them. And they had to be more aggressive. They had to look for that pickup. And just immaculate play by Silencio Jockies. They, by all means, just showed why they're the number 3 seed in this elimination stage. Oh, no answer on how to sub? Down below, there's actually a subscriber button. If you click the subscriber button, you can subscribe. I don't think I actually have a link there that says click here, but there's a graphic for subscribers, and if you click that, it'll bring you to the subscriber page, or how to subscribe. That is, I don't think that's GG. So it's it's under 1,300 points. Hold on, let me do math. 1,260? No, that's a little off. 1,217. Does anyone have an exact score of what it was in the previous game? Because if it's 1,216, I know it was at least 1,100 points that the score delta was. So we could be under a 100-point game. It could literally come down to this map, and I think it is. I don't know what the exact scores is. Can someone go check the VOD really quick? It should be up because I changed the ingest server, so it should cut it. Stutter. I actually did have a speech impediment when I was a kid. It still hangs around me, especially when I cast. When I start talking really fast, it like obviously shows, but it is what it is. Don't when he panics. Shut up, disrespectful. I will fight you. I thought my voice is going out slowly but surely, but we got one map left, and I'm definitely gonna hold strong for this one. Freaking Cedar. Sub chat. If enough people actually subbed, I mean, all the money is basically going towards this prize pool. So whenever I get the next check from Twitch, it gets put into this prize pool for the tournament. But yeah. Regardless, so we are going live for Silencio Jockies and making the way out safe from nice double boom landing. The spit is gonna spread very nicely all around the staircase. Ram taking a huge hit there, and actually Bill getting stumbled through it a little bit on the tail end of that spit and that boom as well, obviously pushing him through it from that stumble. But Ram once again out of the safe room, taking 34 damage. Ram's not having any fun here with these initial hits out of the safe rooms, it seems. It was 11-25 last game. All right, so literally it's like a 100-point game. That is the score delta for this final map. That is not safe for Silencio Jockies at all. If you are them, like right now, I really hope they understand what the score delta is, because they cannot afford a wipe here, or else team matching can literally just beat this tank, go press the button, and they win. That is literally what it's coming down to right now. But we will see this tank up in the hands of Maggie. Let me correct myself. She is a girl, so I'm sorry I called it or her or he. I just assume that everyone in this game is a guy, unless I know differently. But regardless, there's a hunter getting blown out there by Ram. They obviously do not want that for that safe room. They do keep this boom, though, and this boom can be really the linchpin in all of this. If this boomer lands even a single boom, the horde can cause so much devastation inside the safe room. It can just affect every survivor's path because of the area. And there's the proxy on the Ram, or not Ram, or was it? No. It was apathy, and that's going to cause the survivors to immediately backpedal in the safe room. The 5,600 HP tank moving away towards the survivors. They have to make something big happen here. They need melees on his back. They can't find any. I don't think they even have any. And it's going to be another double punch. Actually, don't lose. Whipping out that crowbar. He's going to land a single punch on him. That's an 800 HP tank. The SIR making the win. The Jockey and Charger just going nuts on the survivors. This should be a dead tank here. Charger and Jockey both die. Tank dies. Silencio survived the tank. And that will be one bloody ass safe room. And that will be them making their way past the tank. And that is just half the battle though here for Silencio Jockeys. They have to make their way to the button. They need every strand of distance they can get, at least up until the second tank, to feel safe. If they wipe before that second tank, they could definitely end up just pretty much suffering a loss here. Because if they would still, as I mentioned, die before that second tank, in the meantime, Boomer lands down to Lewis from the upper floor. But if they end up dying before the second tank, just team matching makes it. Oh my god, he did a ladder crown. Apathy literally just did a ladder crown on the witch. I'm just gonna highlight that. Don't worry about it. He peeked his head up off the ladder, just shot the witch. For these that don't know, you can actually shoot off the ladders in Ace Mod. It was a new feature that was implemented. Oh god.
Behind you.
You're welcome, Smitty, as well. You guys are the reason why we stream all of this stuff. But there's a charge going in onto Francis that will land inside the Spit as well. It's going to be a lot of damage out onto Francis and Specific. And that being, once again, Ram. Ram is not having a fun time with these Spits in these games. It just seems like every single Spit is finding him in some form or fashion. I wouldn't call GG yet, guys. If matching can decimate that tank, we could see a huge turn happen. There's a nice last-second boom out on the Bill. Pretty much that entire boom arc was already out, but he managed to whip it the last second, not onto him. So now we'll see attack make his way in, though. Jockey, Hunter working the way in along with the Charger from the pipes. Charger looking for some sort of big double charge. He grabs one punch, and that's all she wrote for that. And the survivors still have 4 sets of pills plus 1 on the ground here to work with. So they are definitely going to make it to the second tank here, and that's kind of devastating there for matching because they have so much temporary health left that it's not even about health bonuses at this point. It's more about literally just making it to the next tank, making that be the do or die moment for matching, if you will. Because if, once again, Team Silencio Jockeys can make it to the second tank, that means matching have to make it past that second tank. And so that means they have to fight 2 tanks on this long finale, and the first tank in a really hard spot to take. But regardless, there's a Boomer plus a pull out onto Zoe. This might cause an cap happen out onto her. Indeed, it will actually not. Zoe popping that set post actually stay alive here and up on her feet. She didn't take that in cap though. That's a little bit of a mistake on a Soupy's part. I know P-Sim's a big advocate of taking that first in cap and then popping the first set of pills because it puts you up to that 80 HP range. So P-Sim might not have liked that, but Francis in the meantime will go ahead and take an in cap from that free spit that was thrown out there by the spitter. So he's gonna be put on his back here. Now we will have a Boomer spawning up down below the survivors, grabbing a triple boom. Hunter Charger work on the way, look for a charge. He does find a charge, but that's quickly cleared off by the survivors. And there's a spit going down on top of the pounce. Not gonna find a target though, as Lewis is on top of those boxes, keeping himself up and afloat here. Whew. This game is literally down to the wire here. And if some massive attack comes out here, they could easily wipe Team Silencio Jockeys. I would not feel safe without Silencio Jockeys with this low of HP, because literally Scratch could down both P-Sim and Ram, and then you have 3 cappers to take on 2 survivors that are left standing. I would like at least one survivor to be up above like 50 HP. But regardless, there's a Jockey latch on Lewis. That's going to be the first in cap happening out onto him. Jockey dives off the side of that building. Going to go ahead and keep himself alive here. Going to probably look for another in cap here onto Francis here in a second or so. As he looks to hop his way back up top. And Charger Smoker working their way in here. They do get that pickup on the Lewis in the meantime. Smoker pull does not manage Lando as the Charger ends up taking that target of Lewis. There's the pull out onto Lewis though. Going to cause a little bit of damage onto him. Jockey makes his way back up. Looks for a scratch onto Francis. Does find it in fact. So there's another in cap happening. And Tank should be up here momentarily, I think. Or no, it might be another full wave. But there's another in cap out onto Zoe. Tries for the delay onto Francis as well, the pickup, but will not find it.
Reloaded.
Oh.
Really?
Weapon over here.
I go down again?
Boomer going in, getting a single proxy out onto Bill. And yeah, their health is sitting much better than it was. Ram now sitting very high up there in the temporary. There's that charge lining out onto Zoe though. Not going to cause incap though, as he wasn't able to get the spit down top of that. There's the spit though. Actually still getting incap on this Lewis as it grabbed the tail end of him. And Jockey was in for a little bit of a rod. Not going to find anyone just yet though. Maggie's still jumping around looking for something. Does finally find Zoe, bringing her off the pipes. And now another spit coming out here. Not too sure where it's going to land though. Drops down in pretty much just almost the same location. And Zoe will eat a little bit of that damage. And there's a triple boom going out to 3 survivors up on the rooftop. Smoker running around on the bottom floor looking to screw with Francis a little bit longer here. Will get shot in the face though by him. And so that will be the attack over and done with. This tank should, I think, be up in a couple of seconds. Good lord. This game is definitely close. And does anyone have the score on EOS versus Kazoo Kids? I'm sure somebody has it in multi-Twitch or something. I'm looking for a score update on the EOS versus Kazoo Kids. And then if anyone knows the Eternity versus Pubstar game score. But regardless, there's a charge rolling out onto Zoe here. Spiggles on top of that. Zoe might actually be safe, though, up on that lip of the generator. And indeed she will be, so good and lucky for her. And actually, she gets punched by a Common and killed off. So Stoopy will actually die off here before the second tank. And Survivors got to keep playing close here because that tank spawns up at like 540% or 540 distance points, I think it is. So they have to make it a little bit longer here to actually secure the win, even if the other team does make it to the tank. This is going to be very close. There's a pull on to Bill, pulling him off the top upper roof down to the pretty much lowest section that you can go. That's also an in cap on him. Jockey making his way towards Lewis. Not going to find the cap, but this Jockey not going to let him get anywhere close to Bill. Killing off the Jockey and the Smoker is Lewis. And now they might be able to get that pickup out onto Bill, but he's in a pretty detrimental spot. And there is also the tank now. So they got 500 distance still taking up. At this point in time, if I was Survivors, I start running. You just start running, and you let that distance just tick up as far as it can. You literally just spread it out. Francis doing just that, make his way over to the helicopter pad, trying to stay safe. That's a PZ punch out onto Bill, no doubt about it. And Jockey coming in behind Lewis, looking for a latch on him. Not gonna find it though. Lewis actually just dropped down, and Jockey's able to reconvene with that latch. And now Francis making his way around the building, trying to just stay alive, which is really the name of the game right now for him. And that distance is still ticking up for both of these Survivors as it stands. So as long as he stays alive, they are gaining more distance, which they need every strand of right now. There's no doubt about that. It's still ticking up here. I think it will tick up a couple more times. Now Charger Smoker make their way down towards the nice juke there by Ram, juking up both the Smoker and the Charger. This tank not having a good time right now, but he has caught up to his victim, and he's making his way. He's parkouring all around. Ram! Oh my god, what? No, he meleeed the Boomer. That's going to be it. There's a charge, takes Ram off the building, and that will be all she wrote for them. And that will be Silencio Jockies making the round with 542 distance. This is close. Okay. So the lead that Silencio Jockies have right now, take away the 1,120 points. No, wait. Let me just figure out what the difference is right now. So what is it? It's basically 1,800. It's 700, 1,700 and... No. Not it, it's 1,799 points. Okay. So it's 1,799 points minus 1,125, I think you guys said it was. So 1,799 minus 1,125. 674? 674. So matching needs to beat the tank. Both tanks. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, because I just did them in my head on the fly, so I could be wrong. I think that's correct, though. Those are some pretty sick jukes there by Ram, though, I gotta say. Props to him. Hibbs team leading 1.4K on away game. Okay. So, they're probably going to win then, if that's the case. But regardless, we are live here. Luckily, we decided to stay with this game. This is actually pretty damn close. If this first tank botches up horribly, we could see matching really make this a nail-biter coming down to second tank. But there's honor lighting out to Francis in this room across from the survivors. A little bit damage going on to him. Spit not really having that much of a factor here in that attack. But the Horde will slow down survivors a little bit for the next hit to come back up. Good lord. And we'll see these stars quickly move their way up to the elevator shaft, looking to spawn this tank, who spawns right, yeah, pretty much right there where Bill was, obviously. And, yeah. So, tank up in the hands of Ram, the juke master himself. And this is where it begins. This is a big tall tale here. There's a nice double charge on the survivors, though, back in the hallway. Gonna cause a lot of distortion, and this tank might just push right in. Oh, Ram should have went right in my opinion. There's no reason to not go in. And actually, survivors look like they might not go all the way back. They're actually staying in a side room. Oh, nice curve rock onto Zoe. Grabbing that hitbox. Ram is just going crazy right now. He wants it. He's breaking shit. The survivors are not backing all the way up. What is going on? There's another curve rock. But damn, Ram. Ram's not taking this crap, and they're not going all the way back. They're gonna play up close in a side room. I don't even know which one that is. That's not even the room with the boxes in it. I'm so confused. I don't think this room's gonna work out for them. That's just my thought, but he's moving in. Making his way to, I mean, it's a pretty empty room though, but the stars will be go ahead and playing four corners now against the tank. Gonna go ahead and start mailing him in the back, down to 2,500 HP. Bill taking an end cap here. That's one end cap. SI not committed. Just at Bill or Lewis now out in the hallway. Francis not being cornered here by the tank, and that will be the GG, I believe. I think that is it. Hunter onto one survivor outside the doorway, and yeah, this tank's gonna wrap it up, and that is it. That is Team Silencio Jockies taking the win over Team Matching in fashion. What a clawback game by Silencio Jockies. Holy crap. Oh. So the grand total delta for that game will be around 550 points, I want to say. Holy crap, what a game. That was that was really close, to say the least. Silencio really thought, or had me thinking at least, that they were not going to win that game across like map 2 and 3. Well, two they had a pretty good round, but like after maps like 1, 3, 4 they made safe from. I can't be too down about that one, but even 5, they didn't really get as far as they could have. I mean, the second tank is really as far as you can get. Ram had some amazing jukes as well, but damn, what a hell of a showing by both teams. So congratulations to both teams for making it this far. So Team Matching is going to go ahead and drop down into the lower bracket. Let's go ahead and see who they may be facing come next week. Let me go ahead and open up my graphics while you guys also look at the ones on stream. Where is it? There's mine. Open up you. Ooh, that's not right. That looks weird. Oh god, my photo viewer just crashed. Whatever, there we go. Alright, so we have Silencio Jockies versus Matching at the second match from the bottom. So Silencio Jockies won. They will go on to face Unime. So we're going to have an NA matchup come next week, and I believe it's on Death Toll as well. So Silencio Jockies versus Unime on Death Toll, HTP versus Type to Talk on Death Toll, Serenity versus Millennium on Death Toll, and then the other two games are still being played literally right now. And then obviously the next bracket is Impossible versus Nameless, Noxious versus Evo. Penguins will play Team Matching, who we just saw lose. So we will see those 3 matchups, and then obviously the other blank matchup will be determined from these next 2 games that are being played right now.